Okay. I am going to read something. I posted this morning. I was lucky enough to wake up this morning and it was still dark out, and I was motivated to jump out of bed and make a cup of coffee and walk down to the beach. And I knew, because I knew that I had been watching the moon setting in the east every morning, and there's this mountain that goes right into the ocean, and then the moon sets behind the mountain. And so I've been like, gosh, I got to get out there. But you know how it is sometimes, waking up before the dawn can be challenging. But I did it this morning, and I got out there, and it was just beautiful. So I wrote about it and I posted it, and I'd like to share that with you here. And Lisa, if you don't mind putting your mute on, I'm going to read something. Thank you. Okay. So just imagine yourself standing on the beach, looking out across the bay, and the moon is setting, but it's morning is rising. You know, the sun is rising as the moon sets. I watch the moon set over the mountain that slopes into the western sea. On the playa, a white horse stands poised with one leg bent and the tip of his hoof nestled in the sand. With no saddle, just a loosely fitted rope over the arch of his stoic face, he is tethered to the tree. I love him. I wish for him to have no ruler. I love the moon. I honor that she is the ruler. I love the pathway of light that leads me across the waters to the moon. I love the rooster's crow and the chorus of the pulsing waters against the rocks. I love the slow and subtle lift of darkness, turning the sky from cobalt blue to pale turquoise. I ask the maker of all things to take my struggles that only rest within my mind away with the night, and I give thanks for the gift of a new day and a new opportunity to let go of fear and rest in faith and be inspired by the magic of this ever-giving earth. Amen. So thank you for listening. You know, I was talking to Dana, who runs, you know, she is the mother of all of these animals that I'm taking care of here with her. And we were talking about, there are these birds that are here and they are making nests right now. And the nests are these, I mean, it's amazing. They're like these tubular nests that go down, and then they're little, the nest is at the bottom. They're like, they can be this long, like 3 feet long. And then these birds slide down in there and have their eggs in there. And Dana said yesterday, she's like, she said, I think that if we really think about it, everything that humans have learned, they've learned it from the animals. You know, we've learned it from nature. And it's just so funny how we flip it around, our egos flip it around, and then we say, oh, we're intelligent and we are the only conscious beings because, you know, we make things. But we've learned that all from the animals and from the earth. And I am really hopeful that this turning of events, this change in what's happening is the turning of the divine masculine and the divine feminine, sort of coming into balance and finding this receptivity that is necessary to really acknowledge that that this earth is giving to us, and all we need to do is receive, and then we will be abundant and we will be able to give. Raising your hands to your heart. I'm just taking a moment to recognize that just like yourself, everyone wants to have a meaningful life, a life full of intimate relationships that are positive and healthy. So let us offer our efforts up to anyone who is struggling, wishing them well, wishing them the support they need to live a meaningful life, a satisfying life. With a gentle smile upon the face, at the corners of the eyes, opening the eyes, bringing the hands down onto the thighs. Thank you so much. Let's move on. We'll take ourselves legs long. And I'm hoping we can, oh hi, there's a dog on my mat. We're gonna come back and open our legs out. Just about hip width apart. Thumbs up, everybody can hear me and all is well? Okay, great. So we're gonna take our hands to the sides of our legs and you're just gonna brush the hands down the outside to the ankles. And then if you can get your hands over the soles of your foot, do so. And then draw up the inside of the legs, right to the crease of your hips. Here, there's a whole bunch of lymph nodes here, so we want to kind of give that attention. And then run down the outside of your legs again. And then across the arch of your foot and up the inside. Now feel your spine nice and long and pour that torso out. And then roll back up, feel the core engage to help you draw yourself back up. Run down the outside of the legs and back up. So not only are we doing a forward fold and then feeling that core pull us back up, we're running down the yang channel and the yin channel. So that active energy flow and then the inward, receptive energy. A few more times. You can go as fast or slow as you like. But feel that breath deep and full and complete. And then the next time you come on up, take your hands up to the sides. And again, we're going to just rub the sides of our boobs, our breasts. And you're going to tap in, there's lymph here too as well that kind of helps move that lymph, that water of our bodies. Wakes us up, gets the energy flowing, supports our immune system. And then you're gonna put one hand, let's put our right hand on our lower belly, then left hand up by our shoulder and tap into those sentinel nodes, lymph. There's no pump for the lymph, so we need to help it move. That's why we like to move our bodies. It's really important that the water doesn't get stagnant. And then other side. Beautiful. And then we're going to take the arms out and you're going to take your hand onto the chest and then sweep it out to the palm of the hand and go side to side, just brushing the energy out from the heart out to the palms of the hands. It doesn't have to be really hard or anything. You could even do it just energetically. So see if that feels, the subtle plane. Just like when we chant within our body, it's actually more powerful, they say, to the sort of energetic field than if we're doing it out loud in the physical realm. Now we're going to take that hand and pull it up from the pinky to the shoulder, and we're like you're putting on a jacket. You can do it physically and feel that sensual touch and encourage the lymph. And it doesn't have to be hard, it can be light, just running along the skin. And then see about it, doing it just energetically, just brushing up like a wind current up those arms. Beautiful. And shake the hands out. Shake your arms. And then we're going to bring our hands up over the front of our face. And you don't have to touch your face. You just bring it up over the front of the face and then over the hair. And then down around the neck. And pull that off and shake it off. So we're just kind of pulling, cleansing these sense organs and the Vishuddha chakra, the throat center, where our seat of our communication. And it's kind of cool, if you inhale while you're bringing your hands up over your face, you can feel the heat from the hands. You can feel that energy that's very much around your head. One more time, shaking it off. Beautiful. Let's pull our feet into soles of the feet together, knees out to the sides, and just hold on to your ankles and lean back and widen the collarbones. So you're almost hovering. You could even hover those feet off the ground if you like. Really lift up, and then think about the lower belly drawing back towards the sacrum for stability. And you could actually probably feel a little bit of energy draw up through the pelvic floor. Perineum engaged. Mula bandha, the root lock. We want to feel really grounded and centered, especially as women. I feel that, you know, our task is to hold space right now, to nurture and nourish ourselves and others. Let's inhale, come forward, and then walk your hands forward. You can maybe be on the tips of your fingers. Widen the collarbone, soften the chin towards your heart. Soften the gaze. Let the gaze be receptive. Think of that idea of just like me, that everything that you see today, everyone that you see, even the animals, just like me. So whatever you want, whatever you desire, there's a connection just like me. Because everything you see in the world is a reflection. It's a mirror for you to grow and learn from. Now let's inhale, come on up. Bring your knees together. And then push your hands behind you and bring yourself up to a forward fold. Shake your head out. Uttanasana, forward fold. Make sure the knees are bent slightly. Beautiful. And release that spine. Your cervical spine is very much gets a little caught up, like we were saying. We hold a lot of tension in that throat chakra. And then you're gonna keep the arms dangling and slowly tuck the tail and roll up. Feel the lower belly press into your spine and the belly button press in, and you're rolling up. Your arms are dangling until eventually your shoulders slide down your back and the head floats up over your shoulder girdle. Beautiful. Let's inhale, bring the arms up. And then exhale, bring the hands down in front of you. And then let the weight of your hands, and tuck your chin and start rolling down. Feeling the belly button keep you lifted as long as you can. You know, there's this resistance. And then release that spine and hang that head and shake it out. And then tuck the tail, draw the lower belly back, lower the belly button, presses back, sternum presses back, heart, throat, shoulders slide down the back, and you come up to standing. Inhale, arms come up. We'll just do that one more time. Arms come forward, and then feel the weight of your hands, and drop your head, and then slowly roll down that spine. Uttanasana. Inhale, tail tucks, rolling up the spine. Beautiful. Standing. Arms rise, inhale, bring them up over the crown of your head. Palms face each other, exhale, rooting right down through center. Turn the hands over, inhale, come up high on the tippy toes. Hands come to the heart, throat center. And then exhale, release the heels and the hands. And let the hands go out to the edge, toes go out, touch the edge of your territory. We'll do that again, gathering energy from the earth up into the body. Use the power of your imagination to really be, feel the sustenance of the earth supporting you. And then walking it out and feeling the atmosphere that surrounds you. One more time, inhale, drawing that energy up. Exhale, heels go out, hands go out, toes directly forward. Bend the knees a little bit. Bring your hands right down to your lower belly. Place your hands on your lower belly. And here we're gonna circle right at the lymph at the lower belly. Now another thing that's been occurring with this whole, the choice of how we are responding to this epidemic is that we're isolating ourselves, right? But let's think about what we can do, not to isolate ourselves and sterilize, but actually support our immune system. This is very helpful. We can meet this rather than hide from it. And then taking your hands to the waist or side, right to your booty, exhale down the outside, come up the inside. Again, down the outside, forward fold. We did this sitting, now we're doing it standing. How does it feel different? Or what does it help you connect with? Different perspectives. Teach us. This time when you come up, bring your hands up, cross your chest, bring your hands down your arms until they cross, the wrists meet, and then spin the wrists around. Keep twisting them until the palms come together, and then stretch and open from the waist. Earth, legs into the earth, palms are touching. And then you're gonna pull down behind your head, grab your shoulders, and then just hold on to your shoulders and bring your elbows together in front. Okay? So you've got your hands on your triceps, your trapezius muscles, and then elbows are touching. Drop your head back. And then we'll open up our mouth and stick out our tongue and exhale. And then bring the chin up, top teeth, touch the top teeth. Exhale, open up the mouth. Chin up. One more time, exhale. Chin up. Bring the head forward and then just let your arms pull those shoulders forward and release the arms, shake them out. Beautiful. Let's take our left arm out to the side, and you're going to drop your ear over to the right shoulder. And we're going to take the thumb and point it down towards the earth, and then you're going to rotate and try to point the pinky finger up towards the sky. We'll do that one more time, pointing the thumb towards the earth, externally or internally rotating that upper arm, and then one more time. I said one more time now. Thumb points down. And this time, open that palm to the sky and arc over. You can take that other hand, the right hand, onto your hip. And take a few big, deep breaths, stretching here, that waistline from the sole of your foot. Press the pinky toe into the earth, all the way to the tips of your fingers. Reach your pinky finger out into the sky. Circle that arm down and bring it up. And then exhale, hand drops down. Other arm, right arm out. Drop your left ear over to your left shoulder. Point the thumb towards the ground. And then externally rotate and try to point the pinky finger up to the sky. And then exhale, thumb towards the earth. And inhale, pinky finger. Rotate from the heart. The heart is sort of the origin of this movement. And one last time, palm faces up. Left hand on that hip, arc over, bringing that hand into the sky. So from the foot to the fingertips. And you're separating at the waistline. And you're feeling stable. You're not pushing out in that hip. You feel the balance between the energy going down your left leg and your right leg. And then go really slowly. And it's like you're opening up your wing on your back body. And then you're folding that wing in front of you. And then bringing that down. Beautiful. Let's put weight into that right foot and bring your left knee up into the sky. And then we're going to take our right elbow and touch that knee. Now release the arms up and then step that foot down and exhale, moving right down. And bend your knees and drop your butt back. So we're going to build a little energy here. Now put your weight into that left foot. Bring your right knee up. Now the left elbow is going to touch that knee, and you're reaching back with that other arm. And now arms come up, we lift, and then exhale, bend. We could even drop down and touch the earth. Inhale, arms come up, put the weight into that right foot and bring that left knee up. Right elbow touches that left knee. Reach back behind you. Inhale, arms come up, bend that knee, or put that foot down, and then bend both knees, touch the earth. Keep your heart upright. And then sweep. Inhale. Exhale, cross over. Inhale, extend up. And then exhale, pull the energy from the sky down into the earth. Beautiful. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, spinal twist. Inhale, come on up. And then exhale, touch the earth. Keep your heart upright. Bend those knees. Couple more times. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, root down. Feel the sensation of grounding. And then inhale, up. Exhale, core strength, spinal twist. Inhale, lengthen up. And exhale, down. Let's pause here and place our hands on our knees and turn the toes out. Okay, turn that left shoulder in towards center. Look over your right shoulder. Inhale, come on up. Keep those arms straight. Exhale, left shoulder into center, or right shoulder, whichever one. Inhale, up. Back and forth a few more times. You want to feel like the shoulders and the hips are like bars that are crossing and turning. And then the whole movement is through the spine, the spinal twist. So the shoulders become perpendicular to the bar of the hips. One more time, each side. And then you're going to push your heels out and bring your fingertips to the floor and do a forward fold. Walk your hands right through the feet. Yeah, just walk your hands through the feet. Your legs are open. Take a few deep breaths, turning the pubic bone up towards the sky, torso pouring out. And then inhale, walk your fingertips back forward and you look forward, and then take a quarter turn to the right, coming into Parshvottanasana. So you've taken a quarter turn to the right, your pelvis is square, maybe your knees are bent a little bit, but you're working on being balanced between both legs. So you're not bending into that front leg, you're keeping both legs as extended as you can. And then let's keep that left hand on the floor and place our right hand on our lower back. So that hand on the lower back can help keep the pelvis rotating in the correct direction for this side. You want that right sit bone to be pulling back and that left hip to be coming forward. See about stacking that right shoulder over the left shoulder. Another deep inhale here. A long exhale. Inhale, see if you can push into the feet and draw the energy up to the pelvic floor and then reach that left arm forward. Nice long line. Beautiful. One more deep inhale here. Exhale, hands come down, pivot to the center. Release, walk your hands through those feet, shake your head out, let it dangle, keep the shoulders away from the ears. And then inhale, walk the fingertips forward, find that length in your torso, and then take a quarter turn to the left. Your hands could be on blocks perhaps, or on your shin. And you're drawing that lower belly up towards your spine, and you're drawing the left sit bone back as the right hip comes forward. And make sure your knees are micro bent, so you can't lock those knees out. Now, if the right hand is on the floor, or it could stay on the ankle, you put your left hand on that lower back. And then that turning of that hand, the palm of the hand is on the lower back, so that it can help pivot and rotate your pelvis in the correct direction. You want that right sit bone to be moving away from you, and the left hip to be moving, or the left sit bone to be moving away from you, and the right hip to be moving towards you. Let's take 3 more breaths. If ever you're finding yourself distracted or thinking about other things, or your ego is taking over, you have that mantra and you breathe in, Om Anandam Namah, Om Anandam Namah, and exhale, Om Anandam Namah, Om Anandam Namah. And it could even just be the melody, like that, you know? And then perhaps you extend that one arm forward, really lengthening that side body. Beautiful. One more deep, long breath. And then exhale, sweep that hand down, place the hands on the floor, pivot a quarter turn to the center once again. Turn your heels in and lift yourself up into horse. Beautiful, arms open, bring them up over the crown of your head. Turn the palms towards the heavens. Press down into the sit bones as you reach up into the sky. And then take your arms out and palms facing up at first. And then let's turn our left palm towards the earth as our right palm faces the sky. So they say the moon is in the left eye and the sun is in the right eye. So we have the moon in the left hand and the sun in the right hand. As we take a deep inhale, we bring that left hand down as the right hand rises. And we spiral around the heart, bend the elbows, and then bring those two energies of the sun and the moon together. And then inhale, repeat, release that, and the hands switch. So now it's the moon rising and the sun setting. And then we switch, inhaling, full, deep inhale, exhale. So we always want to honor the contraction and the expansion that is happening simultaneously, that paradox of existence. We open as we, can come in, and then we contract as we expand. Inhale. Beautiful. Exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale. Let's use that power of our visualization. We'll do it once more on each side, imagining that sun and that moon, that illuminating force and that reflective force coming into union. And again, the brilliance of the sun and the luminousness of the moon coming together. Inhale, open, turn both palms up towards the sky. Inhale, come up high on the tippy toes, bring your arms up, and then place the heels down, and then turn the toes in. And we'll do that again. Inhale, coming up high on the tippy toes, feeling that energetic lift, and then heels come in, and toes come in. This really stimulates the endocrine system. When we come up high on our tippy toes, we reach our arms up in the sky. Let's pause for a moment. See if you can take a few deep, long breaths here. Keep the shoulders relaxed, the armpits settling down, but we're lifting. And our endocrine system, the testosterone is being elevated, and the cortisol, they have done studies, it lowers, the cortisol lowers. So our anxiety gets, kind of mellowed out, and our confidence is lifted when we do this shape. And then heels come in, toes come in, hands come down. And then shake the arms out, relax your shoulders, close your eyes for a moment, and take a few big, deep, long breaths. Just noticing the vibration, the sensation, just like me. So, anything that you're feeling today, anything that you are, working with, just know that there's 8 billion other people on the planet that understand. So let's turn towards the front of our mat. I'm going to adjust my mat so I'm a little to the side. And just come to stand at the front of your mat. I'm going to do a few more, you're going to do a few sun salutations and move down towards the ground. So as you inhale, bring your left knee up. And then as you exhale, bring the hands to the waistline. Flex that foot, inhale, step that leg back, opening into Virabhadrasana 1. Let's place the hands on the shoulders so that, and it might just be your fingertips touching the shoulders, or maybe you can hold the shoulders with your hands and encourage that external rotation. The upper body is rolling like the earth turns towards the sun. The upper body is rolling open towards the sky. Now we want to keep the groundedness, so in the pelvis, the tailbone is moving towards the pubic bone, bringing that energy back in. It's like the undercurrent of the wave that's coming to the shore. There's always a pull underneath. And then we'll open our arms out to the sides. Inhale, bring them up. And exhale, place the hands on either side of that foot and step back into downward facing dog. The pointer fingers are facing directly forward. External rotation in the upper arm bones, and then draw the pelvis back but hang the torso or the spine. So it's like the banks of the river from the hands to the hips. And then the spine is the river itself, just pouring down towards the ocean. Sink the heels into the earth. You might knead the floor a little bit with your heels and bend into one hip and the other. This is your practice. I'm just making suggestions. So you really want to, this is the opportunity to get in touch with yourself and to really give yourself attention and love and acceptance and like a supportive ear. You're listening to yourself right now. And then we'll take that right leg up into the sky and just exhale, pull that right knee in, put the foot between your hands. Lift that back foot up and put it down so you can get that heel on the floor. A little, just a tiny bit of a turn, open of the toes on that left back foot. And then the knee is stacked right over the ankle. Inhale, rise into Virabhadrasana 1. So make sure your hips are square, so you can always adjust that back foot. And then soften, let the heart pour back and just settle into the nest of your rib cage. Your armpits are pouring down towards that pelvis. The pelvis is like the bottom of the ocean, receiving, holding. We can take our arms out to the sides and extend and feel the shoulders relax. Maybe bend the elbows and rotate those shoulders back without popping the belly out. And then arms release again, open. Inhale, bring them up. Exhale, hands come to the floor. Step back, downward facing dog. Deep inhale. External rotation in the upper arm bones. Feel those spirals that help us stay connected. And then inhale, come into plank position. And you're gonna lower that butt down, just so it's low enough, like it's not popped up into the sky. You lower it down until you feel that moment where the quads are engaged, glutes are engaged. And then you're gonna touch that right knee to that right elbow. Bring it back, and then you're gonna touch that left knee to that left elbow. Now the thing about this is that you're keeping the knees in line with, so they're not popping out to the side, and you're in control. You're not just chucking that knee up. You're actually pausing for a moment and then putting it back with grace. Pausing for a moment when that knee touches that elbow and then placing that leg back. Let's do it 3 more times each side. Kind of like you're tiptoeing, trying to be as quiet as possible. And you really can feel that core engage and work. Beautiful. 1 more time each side. And then place the knees on the floor. Keep that line from knee, hips to shoulders, and then come down into a little chaturanga, and then open into upward facing dog. You could choose to do cobra as well. Let's take a few moments pushing into the tops of your feet. If you're in cobra, that's just fine that the thighs are touching, lifting the lower belly up. If you're in upward facing dog, doing the same thing. Lower belly is lifting up towards your lower back. Shoulders are back. And then put the knees on the floor, press back, child's pose. Really hold the floor with your hands so that you get a pull through the side body. And open that up. Beautiful. Nice moment of calm. And then let's come on up to sitting. Just sitting on your heels. You can cross your legs if you like, however you want. Let's take our arms out, and then you're gonna wrap your right arm over the left and hold on to your shoulders and give yourself a hug. Really relax the shoulders. And as you hold yourself, really get the sense that you are holding yourself. Maybe close your eyes and feel the comfort of that embrace. Say your name to yourself and say, I love you. And then opening the eyes and just looking, and if the elbows have passed each other, then the next step would be to weave those hands together and touch the thumb to the third eye. So this helps keep everything in alignment, that thumb touching the third eye. It also stimulates the space where the pituitary gland and the pineal gland reside, right behind that skull, in the center of your head. Take big, deep breaths all the way down into the belly. And you want your breath to, just like a vase gets filled from the bottom to the top, that's how the breath flows. It begins at the bottom of your lungs and fill the lungs up. And then exhale, pour out from the bottom of the lungs all the way out. Another deep inhale. Relax those shoulders. Long exhale. Release the arms, let them open. And now you take the other arm on top. So now it's the left arm on top, right arm under. And give yourself a hug. Relax the shoulders. Even that might be a little cheesy or corny feeling, but just really allow yourself to respond to those words of saying your name to yourself and saying, I love you. How does that feel? And then if the elbows are crossed, then you're ready to engage into the arms being in Garudasana. Touch the thumb to the third eye. And take some deep breaths, full-bodied breaths into the belly, feeling the ribs expand, feeling the lungs hug the heart. Long exhale. Another deep inhale. Keep those shoulders relaxed away from the ears, and exhale. Now release those arms. Let's take the left arm up over the back of our head and the right hand behind underneath. If that doesn't work for you, maybe you put your hand on the elbow, and then we'll just arc over slightly. So whether you're bound or not, you're going to arc over. So the heaviness in the sit bone and the height of the elbow, keep the armpits soft. So we always want to have soft armpits in this practice. It helps keep us at ease. And we're cultivating these practices that we're doing. We're exercising the muscle of compassion in the form of, our body is like an instrument that we could be cultivating, fight or flight and that aggressive energy and system, or we can be cultivating the compassionate system that is developed in our form. Let's release and do the other side. Feel that the spiraling that happens in the arms. Maybe you choose to hold that elbow with your other hand. And then arc over. And make sure you feel equal in the pelvis. So you're not popping that waistline out to the side. You're rising up out of a grounded pelvic floor and meeting yourself. Another deep inhale. And a long exhale. And release that. Let's come to sit in a cross-legged position. And place the hands on the knees and just take a moment to feel when, we've just been kind of contracting ourselves in these different ways, binding. So what does it feel like just to be at ease, free? And just honor the 5 organ system right now. We're going to take our hands and just place them right on your middle back, on the back body, right in the middle back. Your kidneys rest there. And they are the aquifers of the body. And I want you to imagine the belly button pressing back and letting those kidneys kind of float back into your hands. And just imagine the ocean. You are the ocean. And there's a swirling of energy in the ocean that's swirling into those hands and into those kidneys. And it's your own imagination, so be curious and open and willing to let the muse of you create some beautiful imagery that's focused on the water element. The kidneys is where they say fear rests. And if we can transform our fear, if we can accept and acknowledge that fear is an aspect of our experience, we can transform that into courage. Now, taking your hands around and putting it, and I'm not going to be a mirror or anything, I'm going to put my hands over my liver, which is on the right side. So your liver is on the right side of your body, right underneath those ribs, tucked up underneath the right ribs. And imagine that your hands are breathing energy into your liver, and the liver is also breathing energy into your hands. And the energy of the liver is springtime energy. It's the element of wood, and it's the color green. So imagine swirling colors of green, chartreuse green, forest green, emerald green, just swirling and pouring between the hands and that liver, the liver that cleanses the blood. Now this is, we've been working with so much focus on a virus. Let's focus on all of these beautiful, perfect systems and aspects of ourselves that work without our making a decision about it at all. The blood carrying the oxygen through the body, the templates, the white and red blood cells. Our health and well-being depends on the liver cleansing our body. Let's give it that good green energy. And the energy and the emotion that is in the liver is the passion. And when passion gets tilted to one side, it can come into the form of jealousy, the anger. If we accept that those are emotions that we have, we can transform that and make a conscious choice to focus on creativity, focus on collaboration. And then slide your hands up to your heart and just press the hands over the heart and envision a beautiful rose-colored light swirling and pouring into the heart from your hands, and the heart radiating that red light. In the heart, we experience that longing for connection. Sometimes a sense of lack comes with that feeling in the heart that we're missing something. But on the other side of that is generosity. So whenever you feel that heart quiver, consider, what can you offer? What can you give? And then sliding the hands down to the, let's put one hand on the front of your body underneath the left rib cage, and the other hand at the back body. The spleen is deep within the body. It's an organ that's connected to the earth element. The color is a golden light that we want to pour into that spleen. The spleen supports our immune system. It balances our digestion and the energy exchange that comes with the fuel that comes into our body. The emotion that is connected to the spleen is that sometimes we worry, we spin around things that don't even exist. And that's happening a lot here now because we're so in the future guessing what's going to happen because we don't know. So what we can cultivate here is faith that all is as it is. This is what's happening. We are a part of something. And the best thing that we can do is just rest in a state of presence and groundedness and acceptance. Willing and open and curious. And lastly, the lungs. So bringing your hands up on your chest and just placing your palms right over your chest on either side, envisioning those lungs. Just honoring this beautiful system that brings life force in. It's the portal to our life. Life force enters through the lungs into our body. The color is luminous light, like silver light. The element is metal. The energy here has to do with grief and sorrow and the movement of that, the ever changing experience of life where we have to let go to receive. We have to exhale so that we can take in the next inspiration. And that is the emotion that arises out of our experience of grief and sorrow, is inspiration. So let's take one more breath, breathing in that beautiful silver light into these healthy lungs. And then as you exhale, release the hands and lay down on your back. Shake your legs out and shake your arms out. And come into Shavasana. Take a few moments here to sort of download everything that's just happened in the past hour. Just be open to receive. It's like taking all the nutrients in from the meal. As you take the next few breaths, just gathering yourself towards center and preparing for transition. Place one hand over your heart and one hand over your lower belly. And take a moment to give thanks to the gift that you are and the opportunities that you have. You are a gift, and a gift is for giving. When ready, notice which nostril you're breathing out of more clearly, and roll over onto that side. Take a couple breaths in the fetal position. And then when you're ready, lift yourself on up to sitting.